guys, it's Brittany. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if this is your first time coming across my videos. I'm a mom of 6. This is my 6th baby. I have a 1-year-old, a 4-year-old, a 6-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 10-year-old. And I am currently 33 weeks pregnant, but this will be my 32-week update. But let's go ahead and get started. My weight has gone up once again. It's just gonna keep going up, and it's kind of out of my control at this point. A lot of people will keep telling me, oh my gosh, you look so great. So let's just hope that they're just telling the truth and not just being nice to the big pregnant lady. I am currently weighing, I want to say the last time I was weighed, I was about 178. So that puts me at about a 45-pound weight gain. And I still could potentially have, 6 more weeks plus, 8 more weeks. So we'll just see how much I gain. I've never really had that much of an issue losing the weight, so my doctors are not concerned. He was actually shocked when I brought it up to him today, my specialist, when I said, you know, I've gained 50 pounds. And he was like, no, you haven't. And I was like, yeah, I've gained almost 50 pounds. So that is my weight. I also have my tape measure, and I'll measure my belly later. And also, I think it'll be super embarrassing if that tape measure does not work, if it's too small. So let's hope not. For symptoms now, I am experiencing increased amount of Braxton Hicks. Lots and lots of Braxton Hicks. I experienced last week contractions for about 2 to 3 hours that were consistent. They were 4 minutes apart, 3 minutes apart, and lasting anywhere from a minute to 90 seconds. And so we were starting to get concerned that that might actually be real labor. Thankfully, I was able to come home and get off my feet and relax, and we got the contractions to space out, and they kind of fizzled throughout the night. But contractions are an all the time thing now. That is probably the biggest thing I experience. It's lots and lots and lots of contractions. Of course, I still have the cervical pressure. I would say it's not as bad as it was a few weeks ago. I think his head has gotten bigger, and so it sits more like in the pelvis than it necessarily was sitting like on just the cervix before. So I would say that that has gotten better. It's not as big of a complaint as it once was. And for movements, yes, he's still moving, but yes, it's starting to change. The movements are more of like the shifting of an arm, or kind of a rotating kind of movement. It's not the big, huge movements that he was doing before. And he is such a stinker. Like every time, of course every mom says this, every time you get the camera out to record their movements, they stop moving. So I might have some footage, but I don't think I have any good footage where it's like, wow, look at that. Someone asked if I would go over some of like symptoms that I experienced that I always kind of forget to bring up, because they're more of like the typical kind of symptoms that you can experience. Something that I have experienced lately is snoring. I snore every night apparently. As my husband complains, I am a big snorer now. A new thing that I've noticed that is kind of strange, it's totally just pregnancy related, is I drool like a lot. I'm not a drooler, but if I pass out for a solid 20 minutes, I'm gonna drool over myself. So that's another one. I've had a couple of bouts of like heartburn and indigestion, but I don't really usually deal with that too much. I'm also not one who suffers from like burping a lot. I don't have that problem, and I don't have the gas problem either. I do struggle some with the constipation just because of all the meds that I'm on. The progesterone can slow down your digestive tract, and the iron supplements can also do that. But it's not significant enough for me to even like really notice or to be on like my radar. I've also continued to check my blood sugars. I was not diagnosed with gestational diabetes, but it's just a concern of mine since I know I can be borderline, that I continue to check them if I feel sick or if I feel like, you know, maybe I'm just not processing the sugar or whatever I'm eating. So I've continued to check them. I have had a couple of high readings, but it's been after like something significantly sugary. But all of my fasting numbers have been just fine. So, but I brought it up to my doctor. He said just continue to eat a more healthy diet. And I'm just one of those women who has just a slightly higher blood sugar, but it's not full-blown gestational diabetes. Another way we know it's not full-blown gestational diabetes is I do not have poly with my fluids this time. So we've continued to check my amniotic fluid index every week, and it is not been high at all. We checked it today, and there was a pocket that would have qualified me for poly. If it's over 8, it automatically qualifies you. But then we watched Huxley move around, and you could clearly see that he had flipped his feet up over top of his head and was shoved so far down in my pelvis that he had created a pocket at the top of my uterus. And as we watched him, she kind of was pushing on his feet at like my pelvic line. You could see him slide up, and we were able to measure again, and there was no huge pocket, that he literally was just crammed in the body. I also have continued to have my growth ultrasounds every 3 weeks, and so last week at 32 weeks I had a growth scan. Now Huxley has measured large this entire pregnancy and has continued to measure large, and it seems like he's growing faster and faster and faster. At this last ultrasound, he was measuring more like a 35-week pregnancy instead of a 32-week pregnancy. His head was measuring like 37 weeks and his belly was like 35 and 5, and his arms were all ahead at least a week. And so he is measuring in the 99th percentile. His weight last week was 5 pounds, 9 ounces. He is going to be a big baby, and I think probably by far my biggest baby. Right now, currently my biggest baby is Peony, and she weighed 8 pounds, 5 ounces. And then I've had an 8'2", I've had an 8'1". So we'll just have to wait and see. So I've started to feel like this baby is gonna come sooner rather than later. And I could be completely wrong, but I don't see myself going, say 39 weeks. I would see him more as a 37, 38 week baby, especially due to his size. A lot of times my bigger babies, my biggest baby I delivered at 37 and 6. I feel like their size kind of helps trigger labor some. So we have started to finally get things done around the house for him. I found some last minute things that I've been wanting. I wanted a Mamaroo swing, but I was not willing to pay a lot for one because we just don't know if or how many more babies we're gonna have, and I did not feel like spending a lot of money. One, I will not buy anything new anymore unless it's like bibs or hats, stuff like that. I will buy new, but I will not buy baby equipment new. So I've been on the hunt for a good deal, and I did finally find one. I found one at our local Once Upon Child for 60 bucks, and I felt like you just can't beat that. And then we also have our Graco like soothing center swing, and we've had that since my first. It's in perfect condition, but not a single baby has ever liked it. Now, babies I have babysat have liked it, but none of my own babies have liked it. So I like that we have the option of 2. We have the Graco, and now we have the Mamaroo. So hopefully between the 2, he'll like one of them. The biggest thing that I'm concerned about is Daphne messing with the baby. So I like that we have areas and things to put him in hopes that he'll be buckled and safe and she can't get him if I have to put him down. I got the bassinet adapter piece for our City Select stroller. I prefer that just because my babies all hate the car seat, and so I have to get them out, and I like that it's covered. I can, you know, bundle them up and slip them down in there, and my babies like to lay flat or be held. So hopefully that will help in that department. And we've just gotten the last minute, like, I needed some new bibs and some new hats to kind of go with some of the stuff I've bought. I am gonna do a baby haul. I just put in a huge order through Amazon and eBay, so when that gets in I will do that. But this pregnancy is just moving along. I will go ahead and do the belly shot, and this belly is out of control. My fundal height is like a month ahead. I am so big and it's so hot, and all of my like large and extra large maternity is winter or fall clothes. None of my summer stuff is fitting anymore, and it's too hot to wear the stuff that fits. So it's hard to get dressed. It's all dresses from here on out. Let's go ahead and see the belly. Here it is with the shirt on. And from the front, as you can see, it does this like blousey. I don't like that. I don't like it when your like clothes hang out in front of you. But here is the big man. And from the front, he's just so round. So round. He's like a pumpkin. So big. Guys, if I have 8 more weeks, you're just gonna have to start rolling me everywhere. And he's so low. He stays low. But that is it for my 32-week update. I will have another update. I'm going to try really hard to do it 32, 34, 36, and once I hit 36, I'll do weekly. So be on the lookout for those. I'll also have my baby haul update coming, and I'm going to do preparing for our home birth. Since we are so close to the green light for having our home birth, it's time to start preparing and gathering all of our supplies and all the stuff that we will need for that. And so I will let you guys see how we get it all sorted and organized, and how we're gonna decorate the area. I'm not sure if I'm super stoked to do a water birth, but I'll decorate that area, and then I think we're gonna decorate our room some, because I think I would rather birth on land, as they say, but I think I'm just gonna wanna birth like in my bedroom. I'm not sure I'm down with the water, but I like the options. So keep an eye out for those updates and all the other fun stuff that's coming. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy our content, please hit that subscribe button so you will hear all the latest things. So I just noticed when I went to edit this video, I never measured my belly. So I'm gonna do that right now so we can see what it is. And I think I'll continue to measure it until Huxley is born. And then maybe I'll use it during the postpartum stage to see how everything shrinks back, hopefully. But let's go ahead and measure him. I stand back. All right. Oh my goodness. So look even. Kind of helps that I'm in front of the mirror, I can kind of see. So it is at 49. Oop. Yeah. Yikes. Yeah. Okay, maybe 48 and a half. No, it's 49. So there we have it. This is inches, right? Yep. 49 inches around. Oh my God, guys. I'm almost around as my arms are long. Well, that is officially it for today. Keep a lookout for an update next week, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.